railroading.
Yeah.
But also congrats to Dunk, who is now heading into a match against Daw.
All right.
Daw is also kind of a hidden boss in the Bay Area. He does go out a little bit more.
Okay.
I know, let's see, you might have seen him at the Big Deal 2 years ago, getting 45th place. And I think really since then, he's just been grinding away, getting 18 PFCs. He actually won the first local ribs that we ran here, taking games off of Chaos. And then at the last remix, he got 7th. 10th seed today.
Yeah, very strong player. Stone Sound regular, I believe.
Yep,
right?
Stone Sound regular. I see him there grinding, like playing songs over and over and over again, trying to get that PFC. Right, he is a lamp grinder for sure.
And what are your thoughts on grinding songs out for PFCs?
I think it's valuable up to a certain point.
Yeah.
You know, like if it's a gimmicky song, for example, and part of grinding for the PFC involves you mastering the gimmicks, mastering the slowdown to the point where you can like MA it consistently, then awesome. But then if you kind of got that part down and you're really just trying to shave off that last grate that's at like a random place, there's no consistent area where you're getting it, then it might be time to move on.
Play other things and come back at a later time?
Yes, right?
Yeah.
Like, I sometimes just tell myself, okay, maybe I'll just work on a first attempt PFC for that the next time I try.
Absolutely. I mean, if you're learning something each time you play it, I think that's a good reason to keep playing it. But if you're not really gaining anything and it's just kind of random progress and some rounds you're doing way worse, then I think that's kind of when it's time to stop.
Because then like the mentality kind of takes over at a certain point where you just start getting tilted.
Where you're like, oh, I just have to keep doing it until I get it, and like, that's not.
Yeah.
If you just wait a little bit and do other things, you'll come back to it and have a way
and then you might kind of build the necessary skill to get it playing other songs. But going into Deep Tendon Reflex, this song presents a very interesting, unique gimmick, right?
Yeah, we learned that we can confuse the players by using free zeros. A lot of innovation over at Konami.
Right here, right? Okay. It's really hard to read the heads of these free zeros because they sort of blend into each other, right? This part especially. But both players know it pretty well. They absolutely nail it.
Yeah, you know what we should weaponize? No color.
Yes. This is the reason I think Konami will never give us like color-coded free zeros.
Yeah.
It's because they kind of rely on it for the difficulty. It's sort of forcing flat on the players for trickier rhythms or just for hiding notes in plain sight.
It would be interesting one day just to get them to force a mod when you play a song. Like you could just force flat.
Yeah.
And it would have the same effect.
Yep, a lead about 8 EX score, and then we're seeing again the tricky free zero section that's really hard to read, but both players seem to know pretty well. Oh, we got very interesting double stepping tech, or not double stepping tech, go stepping tech, Daw. Be sure to watch that later, maintaining his speed by stepping on the down arrow. And then Duncan approaching the end with a pretty solid lead. I don't quite see Daw being able to bring it back at this point. All right, with a win of 9 EX, keeping it still really, really close. I think Daw's a very smart player, right? We saw that ghost stepping tech that he did by just stepping on the down arrow, freeze arrow repeatedly. Probably also kind of helps him process all the jank going on in that section.
And I'm sure both players are also pretty familiar with that chart.
Yes, right? It's like a good tournament pick if you suspect that your opponent just might not know it at all.
Yep.
But then both these players, they understand the meta. They know how to protect themselves.
All right, so we have interesting options here.
Yeah,
2 19s, it looks like. They got banned. And we're going to get high and low, expert.
Okay.
Which is an interesting pick.
Yes.
It's going to be a Daw pick, right?
Yep,
So,
MA battle.
MA
It's a
battle.
Daw pick.
I think who can nail that drill?
Yes, right. I think that's probably the hardest part. And then the steps do kind of set you up to do a crossover at the end, where if you try to double step into it, then you might screw up a little bit. Shout out to chat for referencing the one time that Daw had to leave a tournament early because he had to catch a flight in Vegas. He really could have gone far in that one, but he's here, he's local. There's no need to leave early this time. He's going to cook all the way to top 4, hopefully. Let's see what happens.
Both players holding white combo. I suspect this will be very tight on MA.
Both players really just maintaining their white here. Oh, but Daw dropping.
Commentator's curse over there. I'm allowed to say it, but you're not. That's how that works.
And then here comes the drill.
1 point lead.
Both players, I think, just completely carrying Marvelouses through the entire drill here.
Daw did. That was pretty clean.
I think Duncan with a slight 1 EX lead. Other than some potentially ambiguous steps here, I don't think there's too much of a challenge here. So if Duncan maintained that lead all the way to the end, then he has it.
Yeah, Daw picking up a few random perfects here and there. I don't think Duncan is.
And then both players nailing the crossovers that get snuck in there. All right, Dunk takes it by a lead of 5 points. Still insane MA from both players. All right, and then Dunk's going to go ahead and move into top 4. Strong showing from Daw.
Extremely strong top 8. I am curious to see who ends up taking this. I believe that this is going to be my time to step off, and I'm going to switch out with Shupa, who's going to carry the rest of the night.
Okay, awesome.
It's been fantastic commentating for all of the Wolves today. I've had a great time at Remix, and hope to see somewhere the Eastridge locals around. And anyone who traveled to come to this event, thank you for making it out. And hopefully I'll run into you for the next tournament we have.
All right, thank you, Shiloh.
Yeah.